Hello, you guys. Welcome back. Topic 2, spiritual enlightenment. This is for you guys. This is topic 2. For topic 2, we're talking about the journey and how necessary the process is. So let's start off with the journey. First of all, we all have one. And these journeys, we need to first accept the fact that even though we have caused them to be intertwined with many people in our lives. I see a lot of people, including myself in the past, have lived these coexistent lives, codependent lives. They are actually preventing you from being able to move forward. Not saying that it was wrong, but everything has its season. Number one, your journey is personal. Your journey belongs to you and only you. Yes, you will have seasons where people will come in and out of that journey. Some people will travel the distance, some people will not. That goes for family, friends, and yes, loved ones, like the boyfriends and the ones that were forever, ever, and the BFFs that were going to last forever, ever. All those, no. They have seasons. You outgrow them. Not outgrow the person, but you outgrow the circumstances in which you all came together. A lot of times when you look at it in your journey, you have these connections that are due to traumatic experiences. The connection was due to trauma, or the connection was due to some type of drama. But even those connections are more pure or life-changing, when they have come into your life at a point where they have helped you overcome, sometimes those are the ones that will last. Sometimes those will also run out when the intentions that were shown were maybe not always what they were shown to be. But in the end, if you love the Lord, as we all know, it's going to work out for your good. So I want to go on with the whole thing about your journey, further acknowledging the fact that in your journey there are 3 things that you're going to experience throughout your entire journey, from the beginning to the end. Those 3 things are pruning, preparing, and preserving. God is always doing one of these 3 things in your life. He can be doing one of them, both 2 of them, all 3 of them sometimes. One of the most uncomfortable ones is the one I'm going to talk about first, which is called pruning. That is the cutting away of dead things. That can be dead relationships, dead people in your lives, dead circumstances, dead thoughts. It can be anything that is not producing fruit in your life, good fruit in your life. Sometimes you have some fruit that's being produced that's bad fruit, but he's going to prune those things off too. And yes, some of the hardest times that we experience and there's so much discomfort is when we try to hold on to those things that he's trying to cut away because of the comfort we feel by having it next to us or holding on to it. You're going to have to let things go in the pruning process. You're going to have to trust God that whatever he's cutting away is cutting away because it's not necessary in your journey. Don't let the world tell you it's necessary if God has already shown you that it is not. Number 2, preservation. He likes to preserve us. So yes, that comes, myself personally, that's called healing. I experienced preserving me because he healed me in ways when God said he was going to heal my body. He healed me when the doctor told me I couldn't be healed. When he said there was something wrong with me, numerous of times I go back to the doctor said, oh, well, I'm sorry, Miss Scott, we apologize. We were wrong. That wasn't your case. So when you experience that, he's preserving you for something specific. So then you have to look at your life and say, oh, okay, I'm very important. There's something that God is holding on to my life for and pushing me forward for, because he wants me to live. He wants me to be happy, healthy and happy. So once you reach that point where you can acknowledge that he wants you to be healthy, you start to change your mindset about the things that you do in your life to stay healthy. You start wanting to eat healthier, live healthier, be in a healthier environment. All those things, again, if you notice, all those are constantly within your journey. Number 3, last but not least, is preparing you. Preparing you can also be one of those difficult parts of your journey, because in preparation, a lot of times those are hard lessons that we are learning. Those are the times when we keep running into the same circumstances, wondering what it is about us that's drawing it to us. The reality is you're not learning a lesson. You're still trying to blame somebody for why you chose that guy. I urge anybody who's listening to this message today, ask yourself, What did I miss? What sign did I miss? Stop blaming the cat that did it. Stop blaming the chick who did it. Look at yourself just this one time and ask yourself, what did I miss? What did I miss? Because if you keep missing it, you're going to find yourself in this circumstance again because you didn't get it the first time. God is very intentional. He's very intentional. Very, very, very intentional. Whether we want to be wasteful with our opportunities or not, he's very intentional. If you keep running into the same circumstance, the same situation, and the same dum-dums over and over and over again, there's something you're missing about the signs. You're missing it. Take ownership. Stop allowing other people to have more control over your decisions for your own life than you have for yourself. You got to take ownership. Because you cannot look at the end of your life and say, oh, such and so said and so did, because who is supposed to be in control of your life? First of all, it's supposed to be God, because he's pruning you, preparing you, and he is also preserving you. So if you let him do those things, how could dare you let anybody else do anything that pulls you from that doesn't allow those things to manifest into the things that you're supposed to become? It's time to wake up. It's time to take hold of the things that has belonged to you, which is your power to enjoy your journey. Embrace your process. Let God clip away those things. Let God show you your way by preserving you and healing your body, and extending your healing, and walk as a person who has been healed from, whether it is cancer, whether it is from diabetes, whether it is from AIDS, addiction, whatever your disease is. If he's healed you from it, I urge you today to walk in it so strong that nobody could ever even knew that you had anything. So then you can say, okay, that's a picture of God. Because at the end of the day in this journey, we're supposed to be visible explanations of who God is. We're supposed to be able to see you and know that God exists. So, recapping, your journey is important. I want you to embrace your journey and understand that within your journey, you will be experiencing three things: preserving, pruning, and preparation. Always, if you pay attention, God is not wasteful. There is not a point in your life that he does not know what's going on. He is not surprised by what you're going through. He's not surprised by the decisions you've made. He's not surprised about the choice that you had to make. But you got to trust him. You got to trust him the way you trust him when you open your mouth, you're going to take in some air. You got to trust him the way you know that when you open your eyes, you're going to be able to see. You got to trust him to know that when you stand up, your feet going to hold beneath you. That's Lady J. Nice talking to you. See you next time.